Hello everyone. Happy holidays from Kemp Real Estate. This is the last HUD update for the year of 2018. At this time, we have a couple of properties available that were just listed on the HUD site. One of them is at 5640 Quist Drive in Port Richey. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,678 square foot home, and it was built in 1972. Its list price is $120. It is 203K eligible, and it has a 2-car garage. Its case number is 093659284. Second property that we just recently listed is 12813 Winding Way in Hudson. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car garage that's oversized. It's got a little offset storage space inside the garage. It's listed at $89. It's 1,484 square feet, and it was built in 1979. Case number is 093665434. Just a couple of reminders for the HUD properties to keep in the back of your mind. E-signing is working great, which really alleviates a lot of pain for all of us, so everything goes electronically. I've got some agent reminders. Listing agents, the only monies that are available is a certified check or a money order, and that must be delivered to the listing agent, because the listing agent is responsible to send that earnest money to the title company. Of course, it's the buyer's choice of the title company, but we still have to send it to them as the listing agents. And also, if you could remember, when you do send that earnest money check, to also send along the title page so we know who the title company is and where it's going. And make sure that your title company is familiar with HUD properties. I know a couple of new title companies have come on board to start closing some of these HUD properties, and make sure that they just know how to work Yardi, because sometimes that's a little tricky on how you have to upload it, and if you don't upload it on time, it slows down the process. And make sure that the title companies do know that Yardi's really good at helping them. So if they have any questions, to call them, because I don't see what tasks they have on their side or how their portal works. So it's kind of hard for me to advise on what they see. They're better off just calling Yardi direct. When it comes to extensions must be sent to HUD Sage 5 days prior to the closing date. Okay, and closing dates are set upon once the seller signs the contract. That's day 1, and it's a 30-day process for cash closings, 45 days for conventional, and 60 days if you're doing an FHA with a 203K. Now, if you do need extensions for those closing dates when you're doing financing, again, remember it's got to be in prior to the 5 days. If you know it's not going to close on time, send it out like before day 5. Send it on like day 8 or 10, because it just makes it easier if it's done ahead of time. And also remember that you can also do the standard FHA B with the escrow holdbacks on these HUD properties too, which makes that a little bit easier, and that's more of a streamlined process than it is the 203K. Be sure when you're showing a HUD property, make sure you tell your buyer to go to the HUD Home Store website and click on the amendment tab for the property they're interested in, because it gives you a lot of information. There's like a property condition report in there. There's a property disclosure report in there. The vendors, when they go out to do the cleanup on these properties, they take generators out there with them, and they pressure test the plumbing lines, and they can tell where there's leaks, where there aren't leaks, and they do test the electrical. Sometimes if there's a defect with the air conditioning, like the thermostat's not right, they can't really test the AC, but they do the best that they can with what they've got. Let's see, what else do we want to talk about? Okay, if you are purchasing a property that has a homeowners association, the title company is responsible to order the estoppels and the lien searches, because when we get these properties, they don't come to us with a pre-ordered lien search. The lien searches are done once it goes under contract by the buyer's title company. So if there are any issues on the lien search, like maybe a paving assessment or an HOA issue, that all gets resolved by the buyer's title company uploading those invoices or those statements to Yardi to get it approved by HUD, and then they either pay it prior to closing, or sometimes they approve it and they put it on the closing statements. Just a couple of buyer reminders. Remember, the earnest money is certified check or money order only. They will not take any personal checks. And if you're purchasing something up to $50,000, it's a $500 earnest money amount, and if it's over $50,000, it's a $1,000 earnest money. Investors, make sure that when you do provide your contract documents, that you include your LLC or your corporate docs. Another big thing for investors, just as a reminder, when you buy these homes as an investor, there is no inspection period. Only inspection periods apply to owner-occupant buyers. Okay? Another extremely important thing is your proof of funds and or your pre-approval letter must match the buyer's name on the contract. That's extremely important. It can't be John Smith is the buyer and Mary Ann Jones has the pre-approval or the proof of funds. Doesn't work that way. Everything's got to come from that buyer, whether it's the earnest money, the proof of funds, the pre-approval letter. That's really important. And the other thing that's really important with that is the name on the contract. We get this a lot of times. The best rule of thumb is use the name that's on your driver's license if you're not putting it in a corporation name or an LLC name. And if you are putting it in an LLC, make sure that you sign it as the signer for that company. So it would be ABC LLC and John Smith, signer or managing partner or whatever that person's title is. That's really important too, because then we don't have any contract errors, because those are some of the common ones, is with the name. Because you'll have to provide your driver's license to the title company, and if the name doesn't match, then we got to make an amendment, and it's just always good to know that the name has to be correct, because it's a legal document. So, I don't really have much else new. The HUD properties are coming out still slow, as all the other REO properties are. Like I said, we do have these two new ones, so be sure to check out the HUD home store, and you can search by county, you can search by city, but if you are looking in Pasco County, even if you want to be in Port Richey, you're better off just searching the whole county, and that way everything will come up, because maybe you're on a borderline and it's Port Richey you're looking for, but it might have a Hudson address. So just keep that in mind too. Well, everyone here at Kemp Real Estate wishes you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday, and we'll see you next year. Bye, everyone.